Hi guys, you're welcome back to today's episode. Long time no cooking, long time no recipe. We are going to be making banga stew today, and I hope you're going to enjoy. Thank you so much. We are almost hitting that 1K subscribers. Let's get cooking anyways. These are some of the ingredients I'm going to be using: yellow pepper, crayfish, onions. Then these spices, I don't know the names, but I always go to the market and I ask for banga spices and they gave me these. Then we have okporoko, and then I didn't get to film the akwu part. So this is the akwu. You put it on fire and allow it to boil. You allow it to boil to know whether it's ready. You're going to take a spoon and dip and then press it. If it's soft, then this should take about 40 minutes to be done. Once it's soft, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to pound this. So this is where you have to make sure you pound it properly to be able to extract as much of the palm juice as possible. It is very, very, very important that you are meticulous in doing so. You see my odo, my mortar is very small, so I'm just trying to manage it and make sure everything is properly pounded. Momsy is helping make this banga soup, and I'm telling you that it's going to be so yummy. I'm send the camera. I'm high. Send the camera. Can I say? I need any more. Mommy now was special. Well, so I'm just going to make sure that we pound it. Make sure you pound it while it's hot. If not, once it's cold, I doubt if you're able to pound as much as to extract enough juice from this, like as to extract all the juice from this. Cooking with our parents can be a privilege. It's something that I always look forward to, especially now that we are all adults. You know, there are so many interests that we have, so many questions that we can be able to ask and all that. So while I was cooking with my mother-in-law, she told me about the two types of akwu, this palm fruit. So they have osoko and they have okporoko, and the best one to always cook with is osoko because those ones are tiny. It has more oil. You can extract more from that one than the okporoko. Those ones are the best that you can always use whenever you are cooking Ofe Akwu or whenever you want to use and make, especially those people who make palm oils. That's also what they use. The osoko is the best option for you when you want to make palm oil and all that. And also this also is the process of them making palm oil. It's just that the only difference is that they use their if it's like in a factory, they use their their tools and the equipment, not using the hands to pound, but the equipment and the tools does the job perfectly for them. So now that we are done pounding, you can see that the next thing that we're going to do is just take it out from the pot and then make sure that your hot water is on standby. If it's not at this point, go and put on your water on fire because we are going to need that to bring out the juice. Wash off the mortar with hot water and then pour the hot water inside this pot. So those spices that I showed you, now is the time to remove the shell from the ones that have shells. Then if you look closely at this one, you can see that you're trying to remove some of the seed that is inside. You can see how this video might be unnecessary, but I'm just showing you how you have to break that and then remove those seeds inside. Then after that, once you are done, we are going to pound our spices. I'm just doing everything traditionally. You know how our mothers can be, and they believe that sometimes blenders cannot just blend those things properly, so they prefer to use odo, akodo, and mortar and pestle to just pound everything, make sure that everything is well pounded. Back to our akwu, we're going to now pour hot water inside the akwu, the ones that you've pounded. Please, after you pour the hot water inside, dilute it. Don't go and put your hand inside hot water. Dilute it, but not that the water has to be cold, but the water has to still be hot, but not too hot that your hand cannot enter inside. I hope you catch my drift. At this point, you have to be very careful at the quantity of water and the number of times you are rinsing it. So now you have to get your hands busy. What you have to do, once you pour in the hot water, the next thing is to get your hands busy. Make sure you squeeze out as much juice as possible. Once you do it like this, you see the way it's looking now. You don't have to do it twice sometimes, because now you are able to, like, you can see that the pan front, the shaft is already looking whitish. So you can see you don't need to do it the second time. If you do it correctly the first time, then the second time is not really necessary. Growing up, this ackee, it was gold, because those times you now have to keep it under the sun, or you just keep it whenever you're hungry. You can just pound this. There's something inside this ackee. It's this palm fruit that you don't throw away. Like, the thing that they say about akwu, everything about palm tree or the akwu, nothing goes to waste. This ackee, you can pound it and use it, and you eat that thing that's inside. Then the shaft, you can use it to make fire. The oil, use it to cook. Everything inside akwu, there's nothing that goes to waste. There's a way they always utilize everything. There's just the way they always utilize it. Once we are done taking out all those palm fruits, then we are going to get our sieve and sieve out everything, so that this shaft does not enter your cooking. You don't want that in your cooking, so you just have to do that meticulously and do it well. And once you are done, transfer to a pot, put it on fire. If you have any protein they are using to cook the food, you can add those. Don't forget to add the stock fish and all the meat that you want to use to make it. But if you're using cow leg, then I suggest you cook it separately. Once it's cooked down, we are going to add all our orishirishi. So we're going to add the dry fish, the onions, seasoning cube, pepper, and then those banga spices, and still continue your cooking. For this recipe, I used the cow leg, so I didn't show where I added that. So once you've added those, it shows your food is almost done. The last thing we're going to also add is this nchao, that is scent leaf. It is very, very important that you add this. Even if you miss every other thing, do not miss this scent leaf. It is very important. And once the scent leaf is added, our food is ready. Just leave it for 5 more minutes on fire and then turn off the heat. Your food is ready, guys. And that's it for today's recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are going to be making your own Ofe Akwu very soon using this recipe. Do make sure to always check by and drop your lovely comments. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.